from grade 8 literature class at Madrasa Al-Qala'a Al-Hijazya. Okay, we're going to start with a lesson from the reading of From the Past to the Future. Cite technical textual evidence. Cite textual evidence. When you answer questions or share your opinion about something you have read, cite textual evidence to support your statement. Cite just means like to say or produce. There are two ways to do this. First, you can paraphrase what the text says by restating it in your own words. When you paraphrase something, you restate it in your own words. You can also quote the text directly, word for word. When you quote text in writing, you must put quotation marks around the writer's words to show that they are now your own. We noticed before when we did quotation marks, that's the spoken word. Paraphrasing is useful when a passage is very long or in cases where you do not have enough space to quote the text directly. However, when it's possible, directly quoting a text may support your opinion and answer more strongly than paraphrasing. Read the excerpt from Dark They Were and Golden Eye by Ray Bradbury. Example: alone thought bittering, only 1,000 of us here. No way back, no way. Sweat poured from his face and his hands and his body. He was drenched in the hotness of his fear. All right. Imagine you ask Imagine you are asked to write about how Mr. Bittering feels in this excerpt. You would probably say he was afraid. If you were asked to cite evidence from the text to support your answer, what would you say? This chart shows two ways you can cite the text in your writing. You can paraphrase it. You can paraphrase it by saying the textual evidence. The author described Mr. Bittering as sweating heavily and worrying that there is no way back to Earth. These details show Mr. Bittering's fear. A direct quotation is exactly how it's written. The author shows that Mr. Bittering is afraid by describing a common physical sign of fear: sweat pouring from his face and his hands and body. He was drenched in the hotness of fear. See, so as you can see, the first one is paraphrasing. The second one is a direct quotation. Paraphrasing is simplifying something and putting it in your own words. In Cite, the actual quotation would be the direct quotation. So remember, cite textual evidence to support your statements. Paraphrase is putting something into your own word, and also quote is the direct word for word of what the author or someone is saying. All right, let's go to page 265. 265, we will be dealing with cite textual evidence. Read the excerpt from The Dark They Were and the Golden Eye. Then complete the chart with evidence that support the idea that things on Mars are changing. And 2 days later, Dan came running. Come see the cow. I was milking her and I saw it. Come on. They stood in the shed and looked at their one cow. It was growing a third horn. All right, they want you to paraphrase it, and then they want you to direct quotation, but all your writing should be in the text evidence. So bring something from this text, this insert to show me paraphrasing, and then show me a direct quotation. It says, reread the screen in Mr. Bittering's talk about some men on the steps of the grocery store. Then paraphrase evidence that shows how Mr. Bittering feels about the men. Number 3, quote evidence from the story that shows the connection between the wind and the idea of change. Okay, this is the homework assignment. Please do it, and we'll correct it today at our class at 10 o'clock. All right, thank you very much. Everybody be safe. I'll see you at 11, inshallah.